going to continue to explore overlapping widgets within an advanced grid. But the primary focus of this lesson will be understanding the grid system, which is crucial for creating more intricate designs. By getting a good grasp of the grid, you'll learn how to build and organize more complex layouts. Before we dig into that, though, I want to show you a couple of familiar websites that use the grid system. For instance, Hulu's pricing page uses a grid, as you can see from the structure of this section. Similarly, Apple uses a grid layout as well, with two nested grids, one in this lime green color and the other in this light reddish. But grids don't always have to look this uniform and table-like. With grids, you can get creative and build designs like this masonry layout. One way to look at advanced grids is by comparing them to grid drawings, which is a technique where you use a grid overlay to break down an image into smaller sections. This approach helps you focus on one small part of the image at a time, ensuring that your drawing is accurate and proportional. Advanced grids work a very similar way. By defining rows and columns in an advanced grid, you create a structured framework for your page. Grids help you position elements exactly where you want them, making everything look neat and organized. Now, let's return to our advanced grid. Well, right now it doesn't look much like a grid because, as you can see in the layout section, we only have one column and one row, making it look more like a block. Let's add a second row. Notice the advanced grid doubles in size. This is because the new row is the same height as the existing one. Now, I'm going to add a column, but to make this clearer, I'm going to align these two widgets to the right of my advanced grid. Now, when I add a second column, you'll notice that these two elements are pushed to the left. This happens because the second column is created from the existing area and gets placed to the right. You'll also notice a gap property, which allows us to create space between these two grid cells. Which, by the way, each of these quadrants inside the advanced grid is referred to as a grid cell. And the dashed lines you see here are called grid lines. I'm going to select the widget of Jack and head over to its spacing property. You'll notice a grid location feature, which shows us where on the advanced grid the widget is located. I'm going to move the widget of the beanstalk to the bottom right. Let's open the spacing property again, and you'll see that the grid location shows where the beanstalk is on the lower right side of the screen. If I were to increase its height to just the point where it begins to encroach on the cell above, now it would tell you that this element is occupying two grid cells. Let me just make this bigger, and let's place our Jack down here. And another benefit of the advanced grid is that you can change their layout per breakpoint. Let's take a look at the tablet version. You'll see here that it inherited its layout from the main breakpoint, but you can define a different set of rows and columns here. And the changes made at the tablet breakpoint would not affect the other two breakpoints. Similarly, let's say we don't need as many rows or columns for mobile, then we could also edit that here, leaving the other breakpoints untouched.